Hey everyone, welcome to MME. Yeah, this show still exists, and so does RJ and Brian. I sent a link out for a few other people. I know people are busy during the week, so no big deal if they can't show, but I love a good group of friends. We're going to talk about some movie topics. Get your comments in. You're not required for super chats, but they do help the show, and they do, they help me do more content more often. I'll be honest, it really does. But really, chats. I try to highlight as many comments as I can. And where the hell is Zeno? Where the hell is Zeno? Great pal Zeno. I usually say that, and then oh, Firewater. Hey, Firewater.
Good evening.
Hey, buddy. What's up?
Oh, I was worried I scared Firewater away when people were in a DM chat saying Max started an OnlyFans, and I was like, it's just a joke.
I figured it was just a joke.
Yeah, no, it's just for OnlyFans. Like the content is OnlyFans of content or people in short streams, and I'm experimenting with positive content too, and trying to have fun with it, doing some crazy thumbnails. And I'm experimenting because I wanted to see if I could do more frequent content, and that makes it easier. That way I have my sleep schedule. But how are you doing, Firewater? I think you're on vacation. You have a good time?
Yeah. We just took a long weekend. Probably should have spent longer time because we got killed on the traffic coming home, but that's okay. But no, it was great. It was great. We had a really good time, and thank you for asking. I am going to go AFK for a little bit. I will be back in probably like 5-10 minutes. My apologies.
Okay, no problem. We'll say hi to Patrick while we're at it. He's going to watch on the replay. Hey, Patrick, if you ever watch on the replay and you want to comment, I'll try to do the mailbag again, too.
Yeah, have any questions, man.
More Harley Quinn. Our good pal, George. I'll watch for a little bit, then I have to head to bed for work. I understand.
As do I. We go in early tonight.
That's why I like doing early streams around this time. I love doing the late night stuff too,
good.
But it's like, yeah,
is this the gravy time? This is
this is the perfect time for me. I'll show up every time you go.
Prime. This is 8 o'clock at night, man. I'm like,
okay, all right, good
dinner. Yeah, I'm good.
Good to know. It's not that I don't want to talk to my friends is the reason I've been doing solo streams. I'm just experimenting because I also potentially may do memberships for very small amount of funds, like and I want to be able to do that, and then I might have like a members only private like 30-minute stream as like bonus content.
So
if I could do more
fans, right? You're gonna show us and
yes.
So one of your tiers is Gina Cupano.
That's actually a good.
I was gonna mention speaking
like
of
a good membership tier.
I don't want you guys to think that I'm grifting on you. So I made them super cheap. Like they have recommended prices. I actually had to do custom, and I'm waiting for approval. But it's gonna be like where it's gonna be very easy if you want.
Okay.
It's still optional.
I know what you mean, because Saggy just did.
I kind of want to tell you my tiers now. But I thought it'd be funny as a surprise.
Yes, it'd make it a surprise. I agree.
We could speculate at this point.
The question is, though, if I become a member, do I get a Dr. Doom mask?
Well, that's expensive. These things are expensive. These are like $50.
Do I get my own emoji?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I want to do like members only streams, maybe watch parties once a month.
Ooh, that's cool.
Dude, I really want to do like a Star Trek 6 watch party.
I'll give you a hint. The middle tier is binge buddies, and you could suggest. I'll put a pull out for the middle tier, and a binge buddy can suggest a title to watch, and then we'll vote on it.
Yeah, that Twitter account's still active too. Binge buddies.
Oh yeah, my OG binge buddies. Now we're gonna talk about. I should have. I wasn't sure if Saggy was coming or not, so I didn't do the Jarbo. I love Jarbo, but he really has gone off the deep end for the anti Snyder cut and air cut stuff.
Well, to be fair, I don't know.
No, it's not
off the deep end.
No, to be fair, he has. He's gone full Campia. You know, Campia is like shut the F up. He's basically telling people shut the F up about it. I'm not going hardcore it's going to happen either. But look how things change so quick. You just don't know. Like with the, with the J.K. Simmons for Commissioner Gordon and all that, other things could just happen.
Things do move very fast. I agree.
Right. And I always say it's 50-50. Things could just happen. You don't know what people want. They know what people want.
Well, it's also hard to speculate on events that could happen 2 to 4 years from now. The timetable is way too long to where it's like there's no definitive answer.
Well, I think the thing is it's too early to say anything because there's no definite stuff. Yeah. And right now it's about silence. There's nothing. There's no news. So it's speculation. And unfortunately, when we run out of things to speculate about, it's.
Are you drinking wine?
No, it's water.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I thought we're gonna get like a late.
It's my Dr. Doom straw.
But speaking of Suicide Squad, I mean, I'm curious. When are you guys gonna go see the movie? Are you gonna watch it in HBO Max or in theaters? I'm gonna see it Saturday in IMAX.
I'm watching HBO Max. I got to be honest. I think Brian's here with me. Go ahead, Brian.
I'm kind of torn because I work in a shopping center with a IMAX theater.
Ooh.
So I had that temptation and I did go. And I am getting stuck Monday, by the way. I'm getting my first jab on Monday.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Mask up. Yeah. So you want to keep. You kind of want to stay. If you're you're going to get it, you might want to stay away from crowds until you get it.
Yeah. So I'll probably end up watching it at home. But
thanks for sharing too, because it'll
be good to talk about.
Personal decision, Brian, and I'm glad I'm glad you made up your mind this Thursday.
Well, if you know kind of where I sit on certain issues, so it's it's growth for me, I guess is the best way to put it.
Well, yeah,
I got vaccinated back in May, so I'm good. I mean, I've already gone back to the movies a couple times. So.
That's good. That's good.
Well, my wife is more like she's just not feeling the theater. Not that we're against it. We want to support it, but we're just like, I want to be home with the pets. And
well, it's also tough
we're getting older.
AMC also lifted the social distance seating. Like now you can have a full 200, 400 people in a theater now again.
I like social distance seating. That's always. I think I will always want social distance seating.
Yeah, they might be bringing it back though in a couple weeks. Just depends because things are going around.
Yeah. No, I just, as far as the theaters go, I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I hate going to the movie theaters. It's tempting as they are. It's just with Black Widow. I stayed true to my word. I bought that premiere access. Perfect.
Oh, really?
Me and my whole family got to watch it. And we didn't have to shell out all that money to go watch it.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I mean, and also with movie theaters too, you got to remember, inflation is kicking in for people.
Yeah.
Our money's worth about, I estimate just by going out to dinner, my money is worth about 20% less right now where I live, which we're okay. But my wife and I are making some lifestyle changes. We used to go out. We used to either order in or go out to eat 5-6 times a week. We do it once or twice. Yeah. We're making an effort to cook more food at home. It's better for me weight wise.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things I'm trying to do. Cook more at home.
Yeah, but I mean, one of the things right now, it's like, oh well, I could go see Suicide Squad in the theater, or I have HBO Max that I already paid for. And not only that, my cable bill went up 40 something, almost $50 a month. So I had to cut some channels and cut some other things, but I kept HBO Max. But it's I'm already paying for this, so I feel kind of. I don't think anything that does most things. It would have to be something really special. Mm-hmm. Most things that are, if I could get same day at home or 60 days later, on Disney Plus or however long you have to wait. The only reason I got Black Widow early is because my parents charged it to my credit card. So I say, hey, you owe me $30 here, and they're like, all right, we'll pay the $30. Give me $30. But no, they got that cost them 6 tickets because my brother and his wife watched it with my parents, and then I watched it by myself, but I would have dragged my wife to it. So that cost them 6 tickets, 6 bags of popcorn and 6 drinks. I know somebody, they had 8 people watch it at their house. They saved, it would have cost them $30 a head easily. So they saved over $200, you know. So I mean, it's
I think Scarjo's hearing you too, and with her suit.
Well, and that's the whole thing. If you notice that a lot of the content coming out, more and more of it's planned out for being an HBO Max or on streaming specifically. So it's like you're not hearing more and more about theater releases anymore.
Well, I think the thing is, though, is that, you know, streaming will never make you $1 billion picture, though, is the thing. It brings in a lot of revenue, yes, but that the movies that they make in theaters, I think this is going to change. Like, the big event movies will stay in theaters, but you might get, like, the smaller scale stories will stay on streaming, if that makes sense.
Maybe. I don't know, though, because when you stream, too, you don't have to deal with... Yes, maybe there's potentially less money, but there's less overhead. So maybe there's potentially less money, because if you release to the theaters and they get their cut and all that stuff, and you release on streaming, you don't have to deal with run times. You don't have to deal with distribution. You could cut some of your staff because you don't need to deal with any of that stuff. HBO Max doesn't need to deal with theaters. You know, Warner Media does, but HBO Max doesn't.
Well, how much do you guys think Suicide Squad's going to open with then? I'm predicting somewhere in the 40 million range.
I think it'll be less.
Less than 40?
Yeah, I'd say 30 to 35. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
But it's one of those HBO Max ones, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's an HBO Max one. That's the only and that's not a swipe at David Ayer.
No.
You could see it. I don't want to say for free.
Basically, though.
Yeah,
you mean James Gunn,
paid
right?
up for the year on HBO Max. So yeah, I already paid for this movie.
Yeah,
so I'm not going to go to theater.
I heard there's big spectacle action sequences though, and we no Starro the villain. Maybe people want to see that on the big screen. I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm sure people want to get out and everything. Plus, this Delta variant doesn't appear to be a joke. Mm-mm. You know, it's you know, we're still in a pandemic. Even though if I drive on the road, it's like pandemic schmandemic. But you know, and as far as going into a movie theater, dragging my wife to a movie where she's going to be like, "All right, I'll do this for you," but then you got to go see one of mine. I don't see the value in doing that. And not to mention, I think tickets in my area, I think they're $16 a ticket or some shit.
See,
for me, tickets have gotten cheaper. This because
maybe, like I said, I'm going to look it up right now. Let's see what we got here.
Even before pandemic, I don't like going when there's a bunch of people. If you are watching and you just got here, please, if you could go throw a like to the stream. Actually, I think we're good 12 to 12. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Longa. Protoss X asks, am I watching Suicide? It's going to be HBO Max. It really is. Yeah. Because, you know, the reason I don't want to bombard people with, I'm in debt.
Oh, they're $14 a ticket.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Is that for IMAX or just regular?
No, regular.
Because for me on Saturday, which is when I was going to go to see it in IMAX, it's $12.69 to ticket.
Nah, I mean, those prices are down from years ago. If I were to look how much I paid, they are down. Maybe the Suicide Squad's more.
Yeah, I'm not sure why my ticket prices in my area have gone down, but they have.
Well, they need to attract people to the theater.
Well, yeah, they're trying to get butts in the seats.
They need butts in the seat. Empty seat makes them no money. A full seat, you know, maybe you got to catch a break on the ticket. You'll buy more in the concessions. But you know, at the end of the day, they need their money. And to me, like, I have no problem streaming movies. Like, we can invite a bunch of friends over and split the cost. I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, I got Black Widow for free just because my parents are like, "Oh, this movie's out in the theaters. We just ordered it." I was like, "Oh, thanks, Mom."
The parents are the problem. Usually, the grandkids or the nieces are the problems with the. I decided to order something on. my
in-laws had our Prime account. They're like, "Oh, did you guys see that Ford versus Ferrari? We rented it. You want to watch it?" No, Dad, I don't. I didn't. I mean, it looks cool, but I'm gonna wait for it to become on one of the free streaming services.
Protoss is correct though. Nothing beats movie theater popcorn and Slurpees. That is true.
I could get some and bring them home.
I can go to 7-Eleven, bro.
If I remember, is Phoenix Night Flame? I'm seeing his comment there. Is he in the Bay Area? I could have swore he is. I don't want to I'm not trying to blow up his spot, but he's saying tickets are 14 a pop. He's got to pay for parking plus concessions. Yeah, I could see 30 ahead easily.
Ooh, yeah, anywhere in the city. That's terrible.
Well,
Pain
I
Park
maybe
sucks.
should change the thumbnail. Is this what's going to happen after pandemic? I mean, we're still dealing with it now, though.
Well, here's the thing. We saw.
Oh, Chicago. He's the major metro area. Yeah, of course they're going to beat the
Well,
hell
did
out
you
of
guys hear
on
about what
price.
happened with that Clifford the Big Red Dog movie coming out next month?
Did you know that Clifford launched a fucking cat?
Yes, he did. Yes,
It's on my Twitter.
What?
Speaking of dogs, Max's Kelly's pretty excited for Clifford. I think.
That image looks scary.
You said Clifford the Big Red Dog, and she started barking.
Yeah.
She got jealous, yo.
No, but like all jokes aside, they delayed that movie indefinitely, and it comes out next month. So I would keep a very close eye on what the September releases like Shang-Chi do, what Disney decides to do in a movie like that, and Venom 2, because if those movies get delayed or they have to go premiere access or straight to streaming, I mean,
They're gonna it may change the industry with contracts and everything. If it goes in the next year, let me see. Lunga says I'm in Chicago area, but Northwest Burbs. I never go to the city for movie. I go to Bluefield Mall, Schaumburg. Yeah,
That's the best way to do, dude. Honestly, is get out of the city and go to the multiplex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the IMAX theater in my area that I go to, the AMC, because AMC bought out Carmike, so they own every single theater in the area. Like
Kelly,
like they have a monopoly
you're ruining
on the theater industry, right?
the vibe.
Nice.
So, the one I go to is in like the middle of a shopping outlet place where like there's restaurants and like other places to go to.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm about 5 minutes away from a theater, but when I lived in my hometown, the local theaters were old. They were like historical theaters from the Gold Rush and stuff, and like which were upgraded to show movies. So it's kind of cool seeing all the old stage and old timey stuff. But anyways, they were terrible. Oh wow.
Well, for three IMAX.
Well, still, I mean, that's like, but you think about it, you could have like 5 people at your house watching Black Widow for $30.
I'm looking forward to. I can't lie. I'm looking forward to the Suicide Squad. I'm not on board with all the humor, but I am looking forward to it. I'm gonna see if I can watch it. Is it gonna premiere at midnight or what time on Friday?
I imagine probably midnight.
Okay.
So, oh, man. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Damn it.
That's all right. Well, there's an article that I wanted to cover. I think if you watched my solo series, you know that Margot was really not wanting to answer anything else about Ayer cut or any Joker coming back.
Oh,
but there's
because that video of her talking to John Cena looking upset.
No, just her interview. Just her interview.
Okay. There's a video floating on the red carpet where she looked kind of upset, and John Cena was talking to her in the Peacemaker costume, which is kind of funny.
Oh yeah. I did see that clip. People were captioning it like, "What is she saying?" And they're like, "Oh, people keep asking me about the haircut." She really doesn't. I think some of it depends. Lunga says before that she doesn't have much sway, but I think it really just depends on what she wants to do. I think if she was more interested in collaborating with Joker again, but I kind
of have a hot take about why I think she's not comfortable about the haircut. But
okay, yeah, definitely get that hot take. But let's look a little bit about this article just to see what Geekosity says here.
Our lovely friends Geekosity.
Yes. Oh, so Margot Robbie revealed that she's ready to be back as Harley Quinn. Will she get another chance at it? I hope there's some I love Mikey Sutton, but I hope there's something new in here. She said that she needed a break from the role since she was working on back-to-back Kathy Ann's Birds of Prey and the Suicide Squad. But that was also a report because there were no projects lined up. No, I've had enough of a break. I'm ready to do her again. I did Birds of Prey and Suicide Squad back-to-back. So there's a lot of Harley all in one period, but that was a while ago. Now I'm always ready for Harley Quinn. So that's where this whole article came from.
The pandemic happened, so she had a pretty long enough break. Like that's like, hey, let's go back to the Harley Quinn stuff. Yeah. So they filmed all this back in 2019. So
yeah, that's true. So she wants. That's probably the biggest bank for her right now, for her roles. I mean, she's done other stuff, but that's where she makes the most. So this is also interesting because this is how much of an article you could get out of a little quote. Yeah, I'll be back. She says she had enough of a break. She'll be ready. But do you think she would really go the route of Joker, or is it going to be like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy or King Shark?
It's going to be Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. That's the next logical step for the character, honestly. Like, the next step is to do Gotham City Sirens or a Harley and Ivy team-up movie. I'm not sure what else they could do. But this is my hot take for why I don't think she's comfortable time at the haircut, and this might get me in some trouble. I don't know, but
well, that's what it's here for.
I think what it might be is I think she just doesn't vibe with that performance and that version of the character.
Mm-hmm.
That was very hyper sexualized. She's talked about that costume being uncomfortable for her. The way that film is kind of structured with the abuse storylines and everything else. I think she's much happier with the version of the character she's playing now. So to her, I don't think she wants to go back and revisit that period of her career, if that makes sense. I think she just doesn't vibe with the sexualization of herself in that.
That wasn't a hot take, RJ. That's pretty reasonable.
No, that makes sense.
Okay. I'm kind of throwing shade at that movie. I'm not trying to be negative.
No. I really
portrayed in that movie.
I will throw shade at that movie. The Suicide Squad is garbage. I do not like it. And the thing is I'm not one of those haircut people. Okay, I don't think I look at the haircut as polishing a turd.
He does not. Whoa.
Okay.
He does not speak for me. He does not speak for me.
The views and opinions expressed by the Master of None are solely by him.
Or from the Master. Yes.
I mean, what do you guys think? Am I on the money with that?
No, for sure. That I think
that makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think about that. I think
it's a hotter take than that. I think she plays nice during the. Well, she's a professional for sure. I think she played nice during the promotion of the original Suicide Squad with Jared Leto. I don't think she was feeling it. Besides the costume, about how intense he went, and I also, if you look at the origins of Harley and Joker, it's a,
it's pretty dark,
an abusive relationship. I mean, that's canon.
I mean, I do want to see the haircut because I do support the director getting to see his vision completed, and I think maybe it wouldn't be a better movie, but maybe it would feel more cohesive and like a complete film versus the theatrical cut that's like a jumbled mess full of pop songs, with no real story or.
That's why I didn't like it. It was just like.
You can tell it's edited by a trailer company.
Well, Firewater, what do you think? Your opinion of Margot and this haircut and Joker and Jared Leto?
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't want to come across as a poser. I only saw really like a couple of parts of the Suicide Squad, the original one. Okay. I never actually saw it. As far as Margot wanting to I don't know. Part of Harley Quinn's story is that Joker was really horrible. I don't think you kind of get away from that, but I also look, she's got to do what's best for her ultimately. So it seems like she wants to do more than I say, have at it.
But it seems like her conversation's always staying away from that part of Harley Quinn.
She wants to focus on the future, not the past.
Yeah. And I mean that would, how could you even do a live action? It's easier animated. A live action with that relationship is difficult. It's problematic in this day and age. I know we don't want to go too PC, but reality,
is it really though. I mean, they're a popular couple. People love.
Yeah, but
live action Ivy.
You don't. But she is. That relationship's toxic, right? Whenever they're together.
Well, between Ivy and Harley?
No, between Harley and Joker.
Oh, okay, my bad. I misinterpreted what you were saying. My bad.
No, the Harley and Ivy, everyone wants to see, I think.
No, of course. That's why I think it's the next logical step for the character. That's what they'll probably do for her next cinematic appearance.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it probably is. I think right now in the culture we're living in, I don't know. I think the cartoon handles the Joker stuff the best, it doesn't skirt around the abuse and stuff, but it does its own spin on it. They make that character more fully realized than what we got, at least in theatrical Suicide Squad. So it would depend. It would depend on if Margot wants to work with Jared Leto again. If the studio wants Jared Leto back as Joker, you can make something work. I mean, it just depends. Remember, they were going to do Joker versus Harley Quinn. That was going to be a movie, right? But
well, it was only talked about for a short time and then moved on. It hasn't mentioned it since.
Right.
The chat, do you think it's possible? Go ahead and comment in the comments section if you think it's possible to still bring that back, or if she wants to at all. Walter Hamada has a question for me. We always call out review bombing. No, that's not cool. That's stupid.
Okay,
it's
but here's Max. You guys probably know this better than me. Is it true that the review bombing is being done by bots though? Because some people are saying it's not real Snyder Cut fans.
Unfortunately, it's much sadder than bots.
You think it's actually real Snyder Cut fans?
I don't want to call people that do review bombing fans. They're just, there's something wrong with them. They have way too much time on their hands to make reviews that are not organic and just trying to throw hate at people. They're just trolls. I want to separate trolls and fans. That's not what a fan would do. Even if you're just, maybe give an organic review, they haven't even seen it yet. How could they even see it yet? Right? Are they already? Maybe I'll bring up the Firewater. What do you think? They can't even see it yet. So it's not.
Yeah, review bombing is just. I hate it because I think there's a lack of integrity to it, and it just makes these creative types want to distance themselves from fans. And unfortunately, there's nothing you can do with it. You could do about it. People are going to post their opinion on the internet. Like Kevin Smith predicted this back at Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, moviepoopshoot.com. That's what it was. He said, it was, he predicted it like 20 something years ago.
To like the front doors, these people review bombing and beat them up.
I think that would be kind of funny.
Be like that Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, where it's like at the end, where it's like, hey, how many people want to kick some ass? And they were going after the people who were talking crap on the internet.
Yeah, I think that would be hysterical to think about, but not actually.
No,
well, I have an update from Walter Hamada. Walter Hamada, you're saying a lot of nothing. There's no review bombs yet. We'll have to wait and see how it happens once it. This is actually a good story to cover.
Kind of bracing for the inevitable because we know it's going to get review bombed to shit.
No, thank you for bringing it up though, because I haven't really looked at the Rotten Tomatoes, but I'll show you the proof right now. As of today, it's not being review bombed yet because they can't do it. They can't do it yet.
Okay. Right, what about IMDb?
IMDb. Okay.
Yeah, Metacritic. I'm just curious.
So I should cover this the day of to see if the ratings jump. If you don't an organic review from audience, you see
but Max, you can't review on Rotten Tomatoes anymore because remember Fandango, you have to verify that you bought a ticket and then you can leave a review.
No, but if it's on streaming, you can. If it appears on both, you can. If it's theaters only, then you have to provide proof.
I think they should actually have to require somebody to show proof of their streaming services because otherwise you're just going to get reviewed. I don't think He-Man, or I shouldn't say He-Man, Masters of the Universe would have been as badly reviewed if there was some accountability. I'm not going to say it was the best thing in the world, but I enjoyed it.
But it wasn't as bad as they were making it out to be.
No, I know they got to get their kind of grift points in and whatnot, but
I should change the thumbnail and title to Walter Hamada lies about Snyder Cut review bombing.
So I have the IMDb page.
Walter, I'm very disappointed in you. Maybe he's saying, we got to do our due diligence and see the IMDb. Okay, Walter, we'll see. That doesn't just mean Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, let's see if Walter's on to something.
I just watched the Suicide
right now. That was easier.
I just watched Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. I love that freaking movie.
Nice. Yeah, it's a great movie.
I was getting myself ready. I'm like, yeah, I could dig that. If I get a little bit of Electric Light Orchestra in the beginning of it, Mr. Blue Sky, it'll be all right. That was Guardians 2. I like that one too.
Okay, I'm trying to see where do they give the ratings on.
I have it pulled up on my screen.
Oh, you're prepared. I'm trying to search.
No, you're fine.
He's got his producer hat on.
So I looked it up. So right now it's sitting at 7.9 overall rating. 3,000, 10 out of 10. It's got 502, 1 out of 10. So it kind of breaks it down here. Where non-US users give it a 7.7, US users give it a 7.6, top 1,000 voters give it a 7.1. Right, so good scores overall. I'm looking to see if you could find the user reviews. Hold up. Sort by 1 star.
If they start saying release the Snyder
Worst
Cut or
movie
haircut,
ever. Don't waste
dismiss.
your time. Terrible movie.
Yeah, they don't.
Whirlpool.
Yeah, it is. All right, Walter, you're right. They're not very successful though. There's not too many of them.
Oh, here we go. A Task Force X movie should be a dark and grittier tone. Should not be a goofy, Marvelized movie. Suicide
Oh,
Squad
wow,
for the
yeah,
comic
that's
is a
that's
dark
Snyder
fan.
story. This is a Guardians of the Galaxy wannabe movie.
Firewater, what do you think of that review there? That's pretty typical of what. I don't want Marvel. Don't Marvelize my DC.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
The answer is not to hate on stuff, you know.
Yeah,
you
well,
want more, not
we
hate
can't
on-
shows that it's whatever. I mean, they're giving their opinion, and that's the tough thing. I would love to see this stuff be kind of like, verifiable,
Yeah.
because right now it isn't, and that is frustrating.
I will say, I'm looking through this. I don't see anything that says like Snyder at all. Like no Snyder.
Okay. They probably went through and cleaned those comments out.
That is.
They're like, no, maybe we'll give it a 2 out of 10.
Well, I checked review bombing before for something else. What was it? Masters of the Universe, and the people were doing the review bombing. The only other titles that's how I checked to see if they're a troll. What titles do they review? Do they review most titles coming out, or they only review culture warrior movies like Last Jedi? They only comment on stuff that's
Yeah, because I'm looking at the Metacritic
hey
page.
Katsuka.
They only concentrate on stuff that can make them money. I mean,
the
that's
Metacritic page for Suicide Squad is at 76, but there's no user reviews yet because they haven't gone live. Same with Rotten Tomatoes. So IMDb is the only place you can kind of review bomb, but not really. So,
All right. Well, I think that's what we'll comment on the Suicide Squad and Margot Robbie, and I have a few other quick movie topics. Then we'll end at like an hour. I'm trying to keep my shows tighter. So everyone's busy, got stuff to do.
Okay, so we're moving on from Harley because I have like one last thing.
Listen, Walter, we just called it out. Do you want me to make a specific video?
Yes,
I'm losing subs
wants.
daily as I say. I'm excited for the Suicide Squad and images coming out from. I'm not going to lie to viewers. I'm excited when I see the new castings. And they, some of them are race bent. I don't care. They look like young, nice people that deserve their shot.
Well, here's the way I look at it. When was the last time a DC movie came out?
Right
before the pandemic. So it's like, give it. Let's go, man. I don't care, man.
What are you sharing? Is this appropriate?
No. I
what
think
RJ?
be.
What have you been googling? Okay.
No, what is going on here, dude?
No, I'm just sharing this because this is the new comic that continues the story of the animated series that just came out, and it kind of like delves into some stuff we're talking about. I mean, I was just gonna.
I was trying to move on to Harley, and RJ will not let it go. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm joking.
I know.
Go ahead.
I'm just asking, like, a relationship on this on screen. Do you think it could work out?
I think it will work out. Yeah, I think people want to see that.
I mean,
I can imagine Margot Robbie with a lot of women.
Well, you heard it here first, Brian. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I would share more from the comic, but it might get a little too steamy for the show, so I don't want to.
Well, but okay, to put a cap on it, maybe Firewater. Have you watched the animated series on HBO Max?
I can't say that I have.
It's really good. You'd probably really enjoy it.
Yeah. Rhea wants to see it, but is that where that King Shark is perfect for? Or do you think they're just going to do a live action adaptation of the cartoon because they know it works? Like that tone with those two. RJ.
It's tough to say. I think they're going to want to make it distinct enough from the cartoon. But it depends on the story they want to tell. I mean, you have to find the right director and the right actress that can have natural chemistry with Margot Robbie, right? So casting a Poison Ivy is going to be a little interesting because, again, you have to make sure the chemistry is on point.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the question is, what story do you tell?
We're not too risque in here. We're not too risque.
No. The comic goes more risque. There's some preview images I could show. You can read this on DC Universe Infinite right now for free with the membership.
Well, Walter Hamada brings up a topic, and you panelists and in the chat say, "Am I afraid to anger?" No, I'm telling you the facts. I've had a friend tell me directly, "Why are people unfollowing you?" It's because you're talking positively about the Suicide Squad, James Gunn, and they don't want to hear it. Not that they're like hating on me; they're just like they're not interested in hearing positive That's basically what they told me. And I appreciate him telling me directly. But I know for a fact that's why the more pause. That's why I'm not gonna. You guys have known me. I'm just gonna tell you what I think. I'm not gonna be afraid of viewers. That's the problem with the internet today is people really, and maybe we could get your insight here too, Firewater. There's too many people that have content and shows that are reliant on viewer funds are afraid to tell people real opinions, and it's hollow. It's not real hard opinions. It's not natural. Just so you keep all your viewership, giving your straight opinion all the time is not good. You're going to offend, especially with all the Karen epidemic. There's a Karen pandemic now.
Oh my God, it's so bad, man. My wife showed me a post from like an ice cream shop nearby, and they're saying that like, hey, try to be a little bit nicer to the staff where they had to close.
Right.
They were like they had problems with like customers being absolutely nasty.
Wow.
And to me, that's just so disappointing.
Oh, it's ass being back in that kind of the service work, especially with like unemployment paying a little bit more than what it does to generally work service work.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, short staff shifts. Places are closing sooner. Places are closed on certain days of the week. So it's like, oh man, staffing people at those kind of jobs is ridiculous now. I totally get it, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it just disappoints me. They're like, oh, we should be better than this. And then another ice cream shop commented, yeah, I don't know if we are. We're getting it too. And it's like, Jesus. There is a Karen epidemic. We were out to getting breakfast, and we went to literally 2 different restaurants or 3 different restaurants. We hit on the third. And what had happened was we're sitting at the breakfast counter because we couldn't even get a table, which was fine. We didn't mind sitting at the counter. And then there's this woman who comes in. It's like, well, my son was told he had a job 2 months ago, and he hasn't gotten a phone call yet. Now, it's a busy Sunday morning. You could tell the woman who's there is like, I don't give a flat.
Basically a Karen.
Yeah, and it's just like the entitlement is just fascinating to me.
Or you know what? I'm not going to call anyone out, but I've had a friend say, you know what? I'm like, we got to treat people better with these in the service work, the customer service. They don't make much, and we're really treating them like we're entitled to. We're just treating them like trash. And they said, well, that's their fault. That they have that job. Go for a better job.
No. Take your smoke ass and go get some food somewhere else with that shit.
No, I mean, I'm not going to say who it was. No, but but the reason I shared that is a lot of the Karens out there like, yeah, I have my position in life, capitalism or whatever, and you have this job. It's your fault for having the job. I'm going to treat you like that. That
doesn't mean we don't show basic respect. Like, right. I reject that premise.
Human decency.
It's completely against what I think. I'm just saying that's if you see the reaction, if you see all the videos on social media, that's basically, I think a lot of people think that way. You serve me, really, man, and women.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, it's either that or it's a kiosk, and good luck trying to figure that out.
Well, I do try to go to the line if I can for the actual.
Well, I mean, you guys been seeing the stuff going on where it's like, oh, young people just don't want to work anymore. Like these fast food joints, like they don't have people to work there anymore because nobody wants to work.
God, was like
Protoss really likes tipping hot baristas. Okay.
You know what I've been doing a lot the last couple of weeks, actually?
It's an American duty.
I'm actually using Paramount Plus the most out of any streaming service that I own because I'm just watching like all 6 seasons of Bar Rescue. That's all I've been watching. My dad watching Bar Rescue.
Bar Rescue.
Yeah, come on, man. John Taffer yelling at
That's
people,
cool. It's kind of random, but that's cool.
I never.
You should watch it. It's like a good comfort show to throw on when you're bored.
Bar Rescue. They rescue bars.
Yeah, John Taffer goes in and tries to rescue the bars.
It's like Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay.
Do they have the regulars just sitting there like? Oh, yeah, he never leaves.
Yeah, sometimes people get so drunk that the managers are so irresponsible they let them drive home.
Oh, really?
Stuff. Yeah.
They show that on air, like
Here's your case, Bob.
I'm not getting the lawsuit.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, watch it. It's
Oh, Rhea's saying okay.
Well, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone.
Oh, Rhea has some insight on this. It's not
she says
that people don't want to work; it's they're sick of being mistreated and underpaid. Yeah,
that is true.
No, if I had, I'm not gonna lie, if I was on unemployment right now, I'd probably be sitting here and enjoying it.
It's not worth working these jobs.
There's an argument to be had.
Those jobs keep the economy going, brother.
Well, Firewater. If they decide to raise the minimum wage, but they do it too much, then more is going to go to automation. There's not a. It has to be. Someone intelligent has to figure this out, or a group of intelligent people, because people do deserve more. But if it just ups right away, automation is a real concern. Especially
the problem is that if you make labor more expensive than automation, these companies will go for automation. If you go for automation, you don't come back from automation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, the ATM machine has been taking jobs of bank tellers for years. So
right.
Yeah. By the way, Rhea said it's one of her favorite shows. Not.
Oh, got it.
She had a typo, so she likes Bar Rescue. I'm telling you guys, it's a fun show to watch.
Okay, so let's get to the few
Kelly
more.
Would probably love it too.
Movie topics, and then we'll end the show at like an hour. There's some Thor set photos. I think I'll be okay because they're really not great quality.
Well, Marvel doesn't really copyright strike over set photos like Warner Brothers does. So I think that'll be fine.
Thor: Love and Thunder news. The first look at Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher.
What?
Thor: Love and Thunder.
I didn't even hear about this.
Oh wow, I'm doing better.
Good on you, Max.
Dude, you're dropping hot news right now. This is where it's at.
Oh, I gotta hold
People
on.
are missing out.
I got a better image here. On Twitter because it linked to Twitter.
Yes, Thor does look really bad.
So that's Christian Bale. On set, I'm sure there'll be CGI added. He's looking very gray.
Well, yeah, that's. Well, let me bring up the character from the comics. I mean, he wears white and black. He's like an alien looking dude. So I don't know if they're just gonna like put him in just like pure white makeup.
Oh yeah, I did steal this from Lunga. It wasn't me that thought. I was fronting like I know I found.
I'm sorry, Lunga. I have not been watching lately. I've been at the doctors and doing all this and that.
He caught me. I forgot where I saw this. Yeah, that was you, Lunga. But let's see what other images there. There's not much. Are you looking forward to this project?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course I am.
Are you looking forward to a Lady Thor, everyone?
Yes.
Well, according to some people, it's going to be woke. So
I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun talking about how great this movie's going to be, especially when everyone's going to be like, "Oh my god, it's going to suck."
The character looks in the comics, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. So I don't know if they're going to go with like a human design. They're going to make him like look more alien, but that's what
it looks like Lord Voldemort from the movies.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, he's a really cool character. They do him right in this movie. He's badass, dude.
Well, Christian Bale. He normally doesn't phone it in,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm surprised.
Unless Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're doing the white makeup. I don't know if he's going to be more alien-like or what they're doing. I thought it was going to be like a mocap performance, not like this. So this is interesting. But
dude, it's just a tribute to the volume, man.
Echo Base is here saying super woke. I think they're joking though.
I hope they're joking.
Tim's Talk, which I still need to get on the show, says seeing Suicide Squad tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Awesome. I'm happy to hear it.
It drops on HBO Max at that same time too, so you don't have to wait. Watch it whenever.
Oh, okay. Matt Jarbo decided to join. Hey, Matt Jarbo.
Hey, what's up?
Are you excited about Thor: Love and Thunder?
Yeah.
Did you see those pictures
of Gore the God Butcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised on a mocap suit. I thought they were going to do mocap. It looks like a mixture of that and makeup. So
it literally, I thought it was like Silver Surfer at first. I was all like,
says the Google mods did.
So I thought that was Silver Surfer, but no,
dude, Lunga, that's what happened to me too. I was on Bradley Street and I was in the comments. I wrote out a comment, nothing bad about it. Google took it down. Google took down the comment, and Rhea, she was a mod. She said it said Google mods have deleted this comment. I'm like, why? I didn't see anything wrong. I don't know why Google does that. YouTube does that for like streams now. It's really ridiculous.
Here's the breaking news everyone has been waiting on. I don't think anyone else has covered this today. The Crow reboot.
It's never happening.
No, he says it's still going to happen, according to Joe Blow. Man, that was perfect for Brandon. It still hurts about Brandon Lee. I think he would have been a big star.
Yeah.
That. That's just like the Heath Ledger. Right when that. Well, Heath Ledger was a bigger star when he died. Before he died, this was really going to be. He would have been in everything. Do you think
that's not to say that Brandon Lee wasn't in movies before. He was actually in a number of films beforehand.
But he wasn't like a big star though. Like,
I mean, like, no, he was kind of merging into something that would be bigger, obviously. But like, have you ever seen Showdown in Little Tokyo with him and Dolph Lundgren?
I know of it. I didn't watch it.
It's a good movie. It's total 80s action, East meets West type situation, you know.
It's one of those canon movies, right? Like,
all I remember is like I saw it when I was a kid, and I probably shouldn't have because there's like there's like full on frontal nudity. Like they go to the sushi restaurant, and it's like they eat sushi off naked chicks. And my cousin was like, "Dude, you know," and he's like, "You gotta see this movie." And then like he wanted to play like Showdown in Little Tokyo, like as we were kids, like play outside. It's like, all right, you be like Brandon Lee, I'll be Dolph Lundgren. Let's go eat sushi off a naked chick. And you know, like we were like 8.
That's pretty fucking funny.
And I thought to myself, like, this is a little bit weird. And we're 8. Like and then looking at my cousin now, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes so much sense. Because like my cousin's the kind of guy, I'm not even kidding you. We went to a strip club and on my sister's 21st birthday, and he racked up like a $200 tab and then left his debit card there and then literally called and canceled the card before the club closed for the night. And I'm like, what the hell? He's like, I go in there all the time. I go in, I'll get him back. I go in there all the time. Cause he's like, he owns his own business. And so like he takes clients there. And this is like a really like dinky little terrible topless bar just outside of Portland. I'm like, what the hell, man? I don't know, you know, like I think there's a reason why his wife left him.
Oh wow, man!
So
Carbo.
You know what? I mean, he just got re-engaged. Like you know,
okay.
Whatever, it's fine.
Well, I think when the rumors before, the closest it was to happening, I think even Momoa was thinking about being the Crow.
No. They were literally in production on the movie.
With Momoa.
Yeah, and they walked off. Both the director and Momoa walked off set. Like literally, they had just started filming.
Oh wow, I didn't
go
know
back
that.
What was the issue?
That I think that article you brought up had it.
I already closed it out.
Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on. There we go. I typed in Momona.
Whoa.
All right, this happened 3 years ago. Jason Momoa exits a Crow reboot. Momoa wrote on Thursday in an Instagram post that the project had fallen apart, shared a photo with him and the filmmaker saying here, I've waited 8 years to play this dream role. I may have to wait 8 years more. Not our team, he wrote, but I swear I will. James Abar, the creator, sorry I let you down. I guess it's financial issues between the producer and Sony is what caused the film to fall apart.
Okay.
So, and the thing is, the guy who directed the original, Alex Proyas, is like actually against rebooting it.
Oh, really?
But I'm like, but then again, you know, cause it's like, but they also did The Crow, City of Angels, which was god awful. They did another Crow movie with like Kirsten Dunst in it. And I think that, and then there was like The Crow, the TV series, if I recall.
It had the guy from Terminator 2, the John Connor. Didn't it? Didn't one of the Crows have him?
Did Edward Furlong?
Edward Furlong, yeah. It looked really bad. I didn't watch it.
He was Wicked Prayer.
Yeah, the Crow soundtrack has one of my favorite Rage Against the Machine songs called "The Darkness of Greed."
Ooh, yeah.
I will say though that the soundtrack to City of Angels was actually really good.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, because I had that had like Holes, Gold Dust Woman was on there. That's a good track. Like Yeah, I enjoyed my journey to go see The Crow City of Angels more than I did to see the movie. Because that was one of those ones where like the radio station was giving away early screening tickets to a midnight show. You know, and they're like, come on down and get it at this at this like old used record store clear on the other side of Portland. Like I was on the west side, clear on the east side of Portland. And then like me, I don't know, whatever year I was, I got up at like 6 a.m. and I went and this is before we had internet. So I called up the bus line and I'm like, I need to go to this address. And they're like, they type it and they go, okay, here's how you get there via bus. And like, I had to chart out a schedule and ride the bus. Like, I think I was like 14 or 15 and like over to the place to go get 2 tickets to go see a midnight showing of Crow City of Angels. I wasn't even 17 yet. And then I had to come back and like talk my stepdad into taking me to go see it.
Thanks, Ray. Yeah, the soundtrack was great. Cure song, 9 Inch Nails, cover Joy Division.
The only guy who can play the Crow, like Steve Borden.
Like awful movies with great soundtracks. The Lost Highway soundtrack. Like,
yeah.
Oh man, that soundtrack was amazing.
Perfect
it had like
drug.
Spawn.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Spawn soundtrack was great.
Yeah. The original Godzilla, the Godzilla from the 90s.
98. Oh yeah, yeah.
That soundtrack was epic.
Yeah, I had that too, man.
Right, Puff Daddy and freaking Jimmy Page.
Yeah, and that was like all over the radio back then too. I'll say this though, and I'll catch some shit. I still think the Mission Impossible 2 soundtrack is pretty dope because you had both Metallica and Limp Bizkit tackle the theme song.
It's my way.
Yeah.
What the hell is this, Max?
This is first image of Monsters from Rob Zombie.
Who wants to see this?
I kind of want to see it now. No, everyone's really not feeling it,
dude. Why? Rob Zombie take.
You're all gonna regret
Monsters.
It. Yeah,
dude. Poor Herman. Not? Like that dude like sweated to death wearing the original costume. Like you ever heard of the original TV show? Like that poor guy that played Herman Munster, he lost like 60 pounds in the first week of shooting.
We're very surprised you say that, Andrew. Spider-Man 2002, good soundtrack.
Dude, wasn't that the one that had that god awful Nickelback song on there?
Yeah, the Nickelback
song. Oh yeah.
Oh, now I'm interested, Rhea. Speaking of Limp, I don't. Was anyone speaking of Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, he popped up the other day, looking like. You would not be able to tell me that was Fred Durst.
Oh, really?
You know? Yeah.
Didn't he direct that one movie with the?
Is he still acting?
All right, we'll go down the panel then. Say if it interests you at all. RJ.
No.
Brian.
No.
Firewater. You interested in Monsters coming back with Rob Zombie?
Negative.
What? No one's like. I thought this was cool. I wasn't like, this isn't a top story for the night.
Just leave it alone, in my opinion.
Well, you haven't asked my opinion yet.
Matt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah. Come on. It's Monsters, man.
Don't you want to see what he can do? I mean, it might fail, but why not?
Did you guys ever see Mockingbird Lane? The one pilot that Bryan Singer directed for NBC that they spent like $9 million on? And they ended up they were gonna do a Munster show with Jerry O'Connell as Herman, Portia de Rossi as the wife. The grandfather was gonna be played by Eddie Izzard, and
Eddie Izzard's good.
And it was gonna be on NBC. They canceled it like after they shot the pilot, but they did air the pilot back in Halloween 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they had tried rebooting it, and then you know what? Let Rob Zombie. Come on in. The Addams Family is greater than the Munsters. No one's even questioning that long ago. Jesus.
Truth.
Like no one's even remotely going to sit there and go that the Addams Family is worse than Munsters.
Family 2 on Netflix or something?
No, they're doing a Wednesday TV show that's directed by Tim Burton. And which is really weird to me because Barry Sonnenfeld did 1 and 2, did the 2 original Addams Family movies, and his style is very reminiscent of Tim Burton. And I think a lot of people feel that his style is like because of that the Addams Family was made by Tim Burton. But if you go and you watch the 4 seasons of Lemony Snicket's, a series of unfortunate events on Netflix, you will actually see that like Barry Sonnenfeld directed a bunch of those episodes, same with Sean Levy, and it very much feels in line with the original Addams Family movies. like tonally speaking, or also Pushing Daisies, which was another Barry Sonnenfeld thing that he did with Brian Fuller, but it still very much felt like Tim Burton. And then they're also doing animated Adam Sandler movies.
Well, the image on the left looks like really legit, but this is just the top of the head there. I guess they just use that and then do face makeup on the rest.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, it could fail for sure. I still think Rob Zombie has some talent.
Who's playing Herman though? Who's the? Do they have a
good
cast?
questions. I
Rainn
don't know.
Wilson. No, I'm just guessing.
Wait, who?
Rainn Wilson.
That would be a good casting, actually.
Actually, it would be. Wasn't he Michael Myers in one of the Halloween? Rainn Wilson. Like from the
no, he was in House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
He was like, that movie was so bad though.
What do you guys think of the Rob
like
Zombie?
House of a Thousand
I was going to ask, what
Corpses.
do you guys think of the Rob Zombie Halloween movies?
They were okay. I mean, I didn't hate them.
The first one, I enjoyed the first one for a number of reasons. One, I met the kid who played young Michael Myers. He was from San Diego. And so like that kid is weird as hell. If I wish I could show you guys his business card. His business card, like, cause his mom was like kind of one of those like hippie women. And like, he was kind of one of those weird, like love child type kids. Again, really fucking weird. But like the business card was like her embracing him, like giving him a hug and like him like holding his mom. And I'm like, this is weird. I gotta have it still somewhere. But, and then also Danielle Harris survived. So, because Danielle Harris, who was in Halloween 4 and 5 as a young kid, she popped up as one of Laurie Strode's friends in the Halloween remake, and her character actually survived.
Nice.
And I really liked what they did with the first one. The second one, man, hell if I know, but the first one was solid.
Should they bring back Gabriel Luna as Ghost Rider?
Sure, why not?
Why?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, how do I get rid of this, Mikey? Mikey.
It's called ad block.
Ad block.
Yeah,
I mean, but does this
Ad
Ghost
block.
Rider look cool to you though?
yeah, why not? I mean,
I
I don't think he should be like the main Ghost Rider. I mean, I'd like to see him pop up in the series. I think they should do Johnny Blaze. You know, give us Johnny Blaze in the MCU. But sure, why not?
Well, I here's the thing with that
Ghost
though.
Riders, you know.
I hate that.
I don't like the way he looks.
It's in the comics though. There's been multiple Ghost Riders.
I know. I
There's
understand.
even a
in the-
Native American one.
No, I know. I know that there's been multiple. I'm just saying it's like the concept of the multiverse on a large scale is going to be very difficult to pull off. Well, they have to earn it. And they are building up to it. So maybe, unlike another company that's definitely not building up to it, that's just going to do it. But I don't know. I'm not 100% on board.
Nick Cage. I think that was one of Nick. I think he still could have done better, but it was a good casting for him to be Ghost Rider.
Anything with Sam Elliott in it is.
Me and my wife just watched a movie which she hated with Nick Cage on Hulu, Willy's Wonderland. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's. It's really strange.
This is like one of those Redbox movies, like Redbox exclusives starring Nick Cage.
He barely even talks. He usually just does like a big eyebrow, and then he beats the shit out of these like Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic thing.
Yeah, I want to see it still.
Okay, I won't give any spoilers, but he also he almost has like superpowers. It's weird. I got a we already knew Zod. That's not the real Zod Rider, is it?
No. If it's there's been someone posing has been posing as Zod Rider. Wasn't I?
I don't know.
Wasn't
if
I
he
on the
was in
phone
on
with
the
you,
joke
Max?
and he's doing that himself. Okay, we like Zod Rider here. He does. He's a little. He's. Well, that's a topic for another video. Is people are broken that have been following this too close for too long. I was actually gonna make a video, and it's not gonna be this one. I'm not gonna dive deep in it, but new Snyder Cut fans can't stand old Snyder Cut fans. You're making it horrible for new people, absolutely horrible. And I mean, who here can attest to that? That's newer. I mean, that you've always been okay with the Snyder Cut, but you're making it horrible. I know Firewater, you were like open to it. You're like, yeah, I'm here for Zach and stuff. But after the release and all this other post-release of the Snyder Cut, is that an accurate statement? With not going to
I think I've had enough of the Snyder stuff, man.
Yes.
I'm just over it. You know, they want to do what they want to do. That's fine. I'm not here to stop anyone. I'm not here to, you know, give anyone really like a hard time or whatever. I just don't want to. I don't feel like dealing with it. You know, like that's the truth. You know,
that's not good. That's not good. So why would Zach come back to it? Really, that's what I keep saying. If I want it to happen, but you're not making it easy for him to come back, even if it happens.
Of course.
Which I still say is 50-50, unlike Matt Jarbo. Things could change in a overnight, and Matt Jarbo can say the crow is waiting. Here's the last story. Thank you.
That's my response to that. Like, I'm right here. Thanks, Enosh.
No, I love you, man, but I always say you went too hard. I was gonna do a separate video. Matt Jarbo's gone full Campia against the Snyder Cut. Like, you should just shut the F up. It's never gonna happen. Stop it already.
For one, I've never said that. I've never said it like that. Everyone gets really pissy when anyone with like a difference of opinion comes around.
No, I'm not.
And whatever. You've been like, if you're gonna do a video on it, then you're totally a little bit on the pissy side. Let's just be fair.
I'm not pissy.
Nothing wrong with it. I
just think you've jumped the shark a little bit.
I might have jumped the shark for comedic effect. Now, if you want to argue that I'm not funny, that is entirely up for debate. You know.
Well, Reyes says the scene is so gorgeous, and I have a joke. I probably shouldn't, but I will. On Friday Night Whites.
Excuse me?
On Friday Night Whites, they are saying that this is going to be super. That's my joke.
Dude, he called me last night. He's like, I want to do something to like make fun of Friday Night Tights. It's like called Friday Night Whites. And I just fucking died. I just died laughing.
Well, they're saying that this is going to be super. This is going to be super woke.
Super duper woke.
I mean, and I'm trying to actually stay away from politics, but he was doing real political talk on that clip that some Matt Jarbo tweeted out saying critical race theory in Lord of the Rings. I'm like, what?
God, have mercy.
No,
where's the evidence? Show me what the proof is.
I need your fear mongering. People like that. So listen, I'm trying to have a Snow Dub Appreciation Day Saturday, so I'm not going to do that title.
Can you
now.
A Friday night podcast at the same time they do Friday Night Tights and just call it Friday Night Whites?
That's what I was going to do, RJ.
Yeah, let's go. Yes.
Well, I think
might come across as a little insensitive, though.
Great.
Against who? If you just put like,
to be fair, what am I going to do? There's very little news still. There's not much to cover. Is this an actual image from the production or whatever, or is this just something they used fan art or?
No, that ain't fan art, dude. That ain't fan art.
That's from.
I would argue that is if that's the first official image that they're putting out, it's probably not concept, but it's giving you an idea of just how much money you can literally see the dollar signs on this on this image, like what they are going to do with this show. And it also just wrapped filming the day after this was posted. So it's like they've been filming for over a year, and that's just one season.
Wow. Well, we're right at the hour mark, but I want to, as a final thought, and then we'll say our goodbyes. What's your hype level for this, or do you think it should be untouched based on the Lord of the Rings trilogy movies?
The image got me really excited. I think it looks gorgeous. Obviously, I want to see a trailer, but I'm interested. I'm very much interested in this.
Wow. I like the Lord of the Rings. Once you see him a couple times, you don't need to see him again, kind of deal. It seems cool. I mean, it's their property; they can do what they wish. But yeah, this looks really nice, actually. What is that, like the Gondor?
I don't know.
That's that right there. It's like, look, I don't know. My lore is not the greatest on this one. I think honestly, like Lunga would probably be the kind of incel who would know what this is.
Oh, whoa! Because he called you. Because he said you're boring.
I'm not boring.
Asleep.
He falls asleep all he wants.
But to be fair, Jarbo's show's doing really good lately.
Yeah, man. Like, I can't complain. I got Vito Gasoldi coming on in an hour.
Oh no,
he's been out there. He's been out there causing some problems.
He's been
today.
trolling Marvel fans all day today on Twitter.
Yeah, he texted me this morning. He's all like, "You gotta get on that Suicide Squad, boy." And I'm like, "I've already seen it. I saw it last week." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you like it?" I'm like, "Yeah."
And I know Firewater's a busy dude, so he'd probably be heading out soon anyway. What's your thoughts on this, Lord of the Rings? Are you looking forward to?
I like Lord of the Rings. I never read the books. I like the movies. I'm willing to give it a try. I don't know. I don't want to be reactionary to anti-SJW YouTubers. Hey, actually, just a comment on that. Are anti-SJWs just SJWs without institutional power?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bitter jealousy bleeds through.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna listen to them. I'm gonna do my own thing. But it's
There's a lot of money they're putting into this, so.
And you're totally gonna see it.
Well, you took the bait, Lunga. I'm not even gonna highlight that. You took the bait. He's just.
He took the bait.
I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know.
He totally took
Riders,
the bait.
I don't know if I should temporarily block this.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Zod Rider's gonna get mad at me for highlighting this. Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones next year's baby. Although he's kind of happy, Zod Rider. Okay, so I think
I need to end the show.
Yeah, we need to end the show. I'm undecided on you, Zod Rider, as a salty Snyder fan. I don't know if that's going to cause me problems in the future. We'll wait and see. Although he's been like kind of positive in the chat so far about what we're covering. Any plan? Oh, Matt Jarbo, you're going with Vito soon, like in the next hour?
Yeah, at 10 o'clock tonight. So in 52 minutes. The hottest show. The hottest show. I'm just gonna say it. The late night stuff. The late stuff.
Wow.
Not that Movie Madness Entertainment isn't great. That's why I'm here, right? I came because it's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. 22 viewers. I'm killing it.
I fell asleep. I woke up. I'm like, I gotta be on Max's show. Shit.
No, I appreciate that. I'm happy you came in. No, Max, I need a Miko in my life. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait for the Miko. I will give you an update there. He is. I shouldn't say this, but I asked for an interview and he's like, "Nah, I'm busy right now." So I think things are happening, or he just does. He's done with me. No, he's not done with me. He's just like taking a seat back, focusing on the launch. I'm kind of thinking they might make it. There's still a bit high chance that they'll have to delay it again. But because he's been so busy, right, and he's not on YouTube and not on the internet, I kind of thinking that it might happen. The Miko will save the DCEU.
That's a friend.
Maybe.
I'm planning to. I wanted to take a trip to Enosh's house to bring it when I get my Founders. Oh, I got a Founders edition now. I used to be a shill. Okay, well, no, I still have to pay for it, but. See what the hell? We'll end with their final thoughts on. I think it will go past the 2 years. Won't last 2 years before it goes the way of Turbo Graphics. Hey, if it's as remembered as much as the people love the Turbo Graphics, but I think it'll go past 2 years. You can feel free to give your honest opinion. RJ, Brian, Firewater.
2 years in 1 day.
Notice how he doesn't call on me.
Miko could do well, honestly, and in all seriousness, I really do believe that.
I think it'll be fine. It doesn't really.
There's a market for it.
Yeah.
So
I think there's a market for it because again, you don't have to have the super latest graphics processor or CPU. Just games have to run smooth and they have to look cool. That doesn't necessarily mean you need a RTX 3090 in it. You need to, you could do that. People are saying, "Oh, it's a mobile processor," and it's like that's not really that big of a deal to me. I just want it to look good. And that's all I really care about.
Well, I mean, it's really about the upscaling too, and now phones can output like, your normal phone scaling is like 4K, right? So, I mean, as long as it outputs, like here's the way I see it. The system, it needs to modify its price. I think the price point's way too high for no internet connection and games that are not going to be geared for a more mature audience. I think that's too high right now where we are with the pandemic, something aimed at families. I think it's going to end up, if anything, becoming more of a niche market that might have a very hardcore fan base that's small. That might be enough to keep it afloat. I don't know. It's going to be very difficult to sell something like that to people who are used to the big three. That's just me being honest. I'm not saying it's bad. I haven't played it.
It doesn't have to be overly successful at the start. It just has to have a successful launch. And
it has to. Yeah, it's also got to have some decent word of mouth. You know, people got to be out there going like, "Yo, been playing the Amico?" Like, I don't know, man. What games are on there? Is it Call of Duty? No Call of Duty. Well, you know Call of. Well, what games?
We got Shark.
We got Shark. We got that Finnegan Fox.
But it is.
You want to play some Finnegan Fox,
kids,
motherfucker?
Oh my god, mostly designed for kids. Yeah,
I do agree. Like, it should be more than $100.
What for those 2-screen controllers and all that features in there, and the
gotta be
the
competitive.
6-pack in games?
You gotta be competitive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pricing. Yeah.
I mean,
Especially
like
with
the
Switch coming out the same day.
Yeah, the Switch is coming out.
See, I'm telling you, it'll do good. It won't. It
Right,
won't
right.
I'm just saying you just gotta.
I'll tell you this. I'll put out a hot take for you, Max.
All they need is to have the old ladies showing Amico and Costco. You want a sample and you want to try the Amico?
Oh Lord.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, the Wii sold an insane amount because of how it was marketed to the casual audience.
True.
You know, and that was one of the problems too. Is there were games kept off the Wii because they felt that it was just way too like no, the audience just doesn't want this. But then again, the Wii was completely bogged down with absolutely terrible shovelware. I mean, you remember when you went to GameStop and they had a wall dedicated to Wii, and you're like, what are all of these games? Why have I've never heard of any of these games, and it's just flooded with them. You know,
I really think I should keep Lunga away next time Tommy comes back on.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna pick one up. Yeah. I'm interested. I have to be honest. I do think it looks kind of cool.
I had fun with it.
You know,
I really did. I played it, so.
But Max, but here's the thing with that too, though. You gotta remove where you were from the experience, and I say that because it's like you go into it and you're like, okay, you drove multiple hours to get there. You knew people who were going to be there. It was kind of an exclusive event. You got to hang out with Tommy, right? You're going to be meeting other people, and then you played it in a controlled environment.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, would you play it like every single day by yourself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would. Like if I had it next to my other consoles, I would probably be putting in Amico time each day because it's easy. You just go try to get a better score, have some fun.
So what I'm understanding is that Max is going to enjoy playing with himself.
And he'll get a certificate that he can print out showing how high he scored.
No, I don't think that's a good. I think that's pretty like way.
I was like, really?
No one has a printer anymore, Tommy.
I'm glad that joke went over everyone's heads.
Oh no, I got the joke.
No,
I got the joke.
Thanks a lot, RJ. All right, I think that's where we'll end it with RJ's accusation, and then we'll have. I'm planning to stream more this weekend. I'm excited. There's a lot coming out this weekend. The Suicide Squad and Titans. I'm looking forward to Titans as well. He's saying he's a snake oil salesman. He's just selling his product. You sell your comics. You know, I don't call you that, Lunga, and I don't believe it either. He's just selling his product. And that wasn't any. You do good work too, Lunga. You do. I've seen your comics. I've seen your books. But he's why does everyone say he's a snake oil salesman? He's if anything. People say the games don't look good enough. He's showing you actual game. Like I say, he's showing actual gameplay. Whereas all the big three sometimes got in trouble in the past for showing pre-render cinemas that don't actually represent actual gameplay. He's not. Is he saying anything you're not getting? I don't know. All right. Well, that's where we'll end it. Go check out Brian, Master of None, RJ. Go to the hottest Hollywood After Dark. Matt Jarbro with Vito. And everyone asked for some more Firewater, and we're still anticipating the potential demise of the Phantom Menace video.
Yeah, I gotta figure out. I gotta kind of script it, and it's just what my objective is to do like an honest postmortem from my perspective, and I may not get all the facts right, but I am I am interested to see, and we'll have to see,
All right. Well, thanks for Thanks for supporting Movie Madness. Good night, everyone. Get some rest.
I'll
see you this weekend when we'll have more to talk about with the Suicide Squad. I think everyone here is going to see it. So,
yeah, spoiler discussion on my channel Sunday. So tune in for that.
Oh, real quick, by the way, it premieres early on HBO Max tomorrow night. They bumped it up to 7 p.m. Eastern.
Really?
Oh, damn it. I'm supposed to go on the 4 Nerds at that time.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, it's going to, but it will be there when you're done. And I'm going to probably end up watching it again tomorrow because it goes off at 4 p.m. here.
Oh,
so, yeah.
That's really early.
I'm telling you, the reason why is because I guarantee you they're anticipating a strong response to HBO Max. Probably like Snyder Cut levels of strong, where it was knocking the service offline for a little bit. And it's also possible that a lot of new subs have signed up. So, like I said today,
they're trying to get to the people buying Fandango tickets to say, "Oh, I'll just buy HBO Max to get a surge in subs."
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said today. If James Gunn's going to be the one leading the DCEU, I've seen the Suicide Squad.
I don't know about
and
that.
Hell yeah,
leading.
Even Hamada said that James Gunn is going to come back for more projects. That they've got more planned.
He said that he's coming back for more, and he is welcome to come back whenever he wants. The door's open for him to do whatever he wants again.
Which basically means that once Guardians is done and his contract with Disney is complete, I predicted this years ago when it was announced. I'm like, he's going to bail out.
And James already teasing, he's already working on something else besides Peacemaker. So
yeah, they're giving him whatever he wants. Like, you want a new movie done, you want a show done, Like, they're even coming out there and saying the horribly twisted mind of James Gunn, which is what the horribly twisted mind of James Gunn is what got him canceled in the first place.
Yes.
Right? And they're out there. I mean, like, it's on television.
No, we
the
know
horribly twisted mind of James
We
Gunn.
know this is not the real Zod Rider. James Gunn producing more. Yes. Yeah, that's not the real Zod Rider.
No.
All right. That's a good good point, Matt. I'm gonna have to configure my schedule tomorrow to see what I'm gonna do.
This is why you got to listen to me, Max. I know what I'm talking about.
Sometimes. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Have a great evening.